Hey, what's going on, guys? So, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the future of Dragon Ball Super. Now, we already know Dragon Ball Super's anime has ended last March with 131 episodes, and we have a movie coming out later this year, which is going to be the first Dragon Ball Super title movie. The reason I want to talk about Dragon Ball Super is because there are actually, as we all know, three different forms of media in Dragon Ball. There's the movies, there's the anime, and there is, of course, the manga, which is my personal favorite. The manga is actually my personal favorite because of the amazing artwork and as well as I feel superior story writing. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about what has been confirmed about all of this, and then I'll go on to talk about things that are based on rumors or are my own personal speculations. So, starting off with the manga, it has already been confirmed that the Dragon Ball Super manga will be covering stuff that goes beyond episode 131 of Dragon Ball Super. Now, the question that pops up for me is, will they be covering the movie or will they be skipping out on it and simply covering events that happen after the movie? The reason for that is because right now we're at a point in Dragon Ball Super's manga where it is far behind as compared to the anime, and honestly, I don't see it covering up everything in the months that are left to actually reach a point where the movie will act as a continuation. Because honestly, okay, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Super, the manga is still stuck on the part where Hit gets eliminated from the Tournament of Power. That's the last chapter that released about 7 days ago, sometime around that. And what I feel is that it's not going to be enough to cover the entire Ultra Instinct part, the Kefla part, and the final fight and everything. So there's still a lot that needs to go. And Toyotaro obviously has this amazing ability to start off the story really fast, but as soon as he starts reaching the end, he increases the story length and the he increases the different kinds of fights and techniques used. And we all saw this when the Goku Black arc actually released on manga. It started off really fast, with just four or five chapters we were already in, Goku and Vegeta going into the future and going to fight Black. But after that, the chapters really started to well, I wouldn't say stretched because I was happy because we were getting so many Goku Black arc chapters. But yeah, there was a lot more fighting and there was a lot more technique used in the manga as compared to the anime, which in my opinion was kind of bland when it comes to fighting sequences. Some of them were really good, but mostly I felt the manga was superior. And we obviously saw Vegeta use his Super Saiyan God, the red one, the red version in the manga at last. So that was a great surprise. Anyway, I want to talk about the Dragon Ball Super movie now. Now, I'm wondering, is this going to be a Dragon Ball Super movie and then they're going to come out, and continue with the TV show with the new name, or just Dragon Ball Super something? Because that's the question. This question pops up in my mind because of what happened with Dragon Ball Z Kai. And the fact is that Dragon Ball Z Kai released because of Dragon Ball Z's 20th anniversary, and next year is going to be Dragon Ball Z's 30th anniversary. So yeah, in another year it's going to be 10 years ago that Kai came out. So it makes me wonder, what are they going to do about this? So let me just give you a little history on Dragon Ball Kai. So it released in 2009, which was the 20th century for Dragon Ball Z, and it was a reboot of the series, a faster paced version, etc., etc. And what actually happened was that it ended on the Cell Games saga in 2011. Now I'm talking about the Japanese version, and it did not come back until the release until the release of Battle of Gods, because I believe the Toei Animation. I think the Toei Animation stopped production on Dragon Ball Kai because they wanted to focus on Battle of Gods, which is going to be one hell of a movie. And it was one hell of a movie because, come on, the return of Dragon Ball, amazing CGI, amazing animation. Toriyama was for the very first time involved really deeply with the anime, so it was an amazing, you know, I feel like it put a mark on Dragon Ball history. Battle of Gods, that's the movie that changed everything in Dragon Ball for me. And it's the movie that started Dragon Ball Super, the entire thing. So kudos to Toriyama for that movie. It's my favorite movie. I know I'm talking about it a lot. So let's move on. Dragon Ball Z Kai did not air again until Battle of Gods had released, and sometime around in 2014 is when Dragon Ball Z Kai, the final chapters, was released. The final chapters being Buu Saga, and that ran on until 2015. During the same and it ended almost at the same time when Resurrection F was released. So Resurrection F came out in 2015 April, and the final chapters ended sometime in, I believe, June. So yeah, they're pretty close together. And the thing is that it makes me go, are they going to do something similar with the Dragon Ball Super? So here's how I look at it. I believe there's going to be two Dragon Ball Super movies, and as soon as the second movie comes out and it finishes, they're going to start off with the next TV series that's going to be either Dragon Ball Super, something like, some title like the final chapters for Dragon Ball Kai, something like that, or an entirely new name. It's possible, definitely possible, because that's how it happened last time. As soon as Resurrection F released in April, 2 months later Dragon Ball Z Kai finished airing, and then we got Dragon Ball Super. So yeah, there's some complications in there, about the amount of animators they can hire, and they've also got One Piece to look after, and a couple of other series that they've come out with. So yeah, there's a lot to consider when it comes to actually making the TV show and reviving a TV show at that. And yeah, so that's something I had a few questions about. And it's going to be the 30th anniversary, so there's bound to be a second movie. I mean, why not bring out another movie? Movies, firstly, are a guaranteed way of earning a lot of money. When it comes to TV show, you're entirely dependent on your TRP ratings as well as your Blu-rays, and of course mostly in Japan, yeah, but yeah, as well as your toys and stuff, figurines and stuff. So yeah, but when it comes to a movie, you actually don't have to depend on those things. You can actually just get money at hand with your ticket sales. So yeah, that's all for today. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. What are your thoughts on this? I'd really love to know. And are you excited for the new movie? And what do you feel about the animation that has been teased? Do you think it's going to be the official animation? Do you think they're going to change the animation for the final movie? I'm really confused. I really want them to change the animation because I'm not a huge fan of the light colored, badly drawn stuff. I'm more of a Battle of Gods and Resurrection F type animation. So yeah, these are my thoughts. I'm really excited to hear yours. I'll see you guys next time when another update comes.